What is going on, guys? I love the haters here. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, wherever you live. I don't know. But anyway, it is 4:34 p.m. here in New Jersey, and it's 50 degrees outside. A fine winter day, if I do say so myself. And I don't know why I sound like a weatherman right now, but anyway, I kind of want to do a commentary today. Just really quick about the gameplay. This isn't really too amazing in the beginning. I know I screw up a lot. My aim is pretty bad, but later on in the gameplay, a couple of minutes in, I start to step into the zone and start doing very well, and I think I can get a couple of kill streaks. But nevertheless, let's just talk. So I watched a video a couple of minutes ago, just finished watching a video I should say, by a YouTube commentator I've been subscribed to for a long time. His name is Mozafuzza. That really isn't the important part. But anyway, he was talking about Call of Duty and how he was going to be playing, he hoped to be playing Call of Duty when he's, really old and whatnot, and how he doesn't want to let go of Call of Duty. And it kind of got me thinking, got my juices flowing about how, what I think about Call of Duty. And to most people, it's just a video game, whatever they play to pass time, but to me, Call of Duty it kind of means more, and yeah, look at me getting owned right there by that guy. Anyway, so I started playing Call of Duty. I played a little bit of COD 4, but I really stepped into Call of Duty and got, quote unquote, addicted to it in around World at War time. So that would be, I think, end of 2008, starting around then, I think. That's when the game came out, something like that. Anyway, when I first played Call of Duty, it was a lot of fun to me, even going, like 1 in 12 every single game, starting off. It just seemed to be so much fun to me because it was new to me. It was my first, real online experience that I was having. It was, my first time having a system in a game that I truly wanted to dedicate myself to. And, not truly my first time having a system, but having a system that can play online, because I had a PS2 that could play online with the adapter, but I never really got around to using that because my parents didn't really encourage it because I was little, and they didn't, you know how parents are, like, oh my god, they rapists online, that whole ordeal. But anyway, so I got into COD 5 really seriously. I really liked it, and I wasn't really amazing at it, but I aspired to be so much better than I actually was, and it kind of got me grounded into Call of Duty and just online gaming as a whole. And when Modern Warfare 2 came out, though, everything changed. Like, Modern Warfare 2 was a freaking probably one of my favorite games of all time. Even though it wasn't perfect, a lot of people hated it. A lot of the glitches, noob tubes, unlimited care package, glitch, all that stupid kind of shit. Everybody hated that game and bashed it. But to me, Modern Warfare 2 was like, it contained some of like the best periods, best times of my life, because back in Modern Warfare 2, that's like when every single person was obsessed with that game. Everybody wanted to play Modern Warfare 2. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was hyped for it, and just everybody was playing it, and I loved that whole feeling and atmosphere when I played the game. And it's like, I kind of want to go into more detail, but I don't want to waste too much time talking about it. But Modern Warfare 2 was like when I started to feel like I was getting a little better at Call of Duty, and I was kind of getting a little more serious about video gaming, online gaming as a whole. And also when I first started watching YouTube. Now, I shouldn't say when I first started watching YouTube, but when I first got introduced to YouTube commentators. So I first saw Hutch's channel, Machinima's channel, and got my start over there watching those, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. These guys are good at the video game. They're giving tips on YouTube and whatnot. And back then the quality used to be shit. It used to be like 360p or whatever on YouTube's old school layout, back when there was a 5-star rating system instead of this whole dislike thing. And yeah, I guess I'm talking a little too much about getting into too much detail about the whole old school YouTube thing, but it was so much fun to just have me and my friends. We used to all watch these commentators on YouTube and think it was the coolest thing in the world, and they used to get these high scores. And back then the YouTube gaming community wasn't so serious and full of stuck up assholes, like nowadays, and money whores. That was before money was even involved. That was before Machinima Respawn was even a thing. I remember when Respawn was actually started up. But anyway, nevertheless, I digress. No rhyme intended, I guess. I rhymed again, wow. Anyway, so it was just a fun time. There was no hate in the community. There was no drama going on. Zergriz's montages were the coolest thing in the world. They still are, in my opinion. But nowadays, you have to do to impress somebody, you have to do a 360 YY ladder stall, fakey, double YY. I said that already, but you guys get the point. You have to do some crazy shit nowadays to impress people. Back then, montage used to impress people if they were just if you got 2 quick scopes in a row, or you got a triple feed, everybody's oh shit, a collateral. Nowadays, everybody's oh, if it's not a triple or a quad collateral, then I'm not really impressed by it. And if you're not doing 20 spins before it. But anyway, back then it was just so much fun. I loved Modern Warfare 2, and back then also I was younger, so I didn't have so much schoolwork to be worrying about, and all my friends were playing that game, and I used to play with a bunch of like, a couple of friends that I knew from a different state, from New York. All right, so quick little life lesson about me. I lived in New York for the first portion of my life, for the first 7 years, and then I moved to New Jersey. But I did still go to New York like every week, just because we had all our family there, so we used to visit all the time. So it's practically like I still kind of lived there in a sense, because I used to always be there. So anyway, some of my New York friends I used to play with, they were a little older than me, and back then they used to play all the time too. So basically, whenever I wanted to play, somebody was always online to play, and we had a pretty beast team together, and it was always fun. We had lots of fun, laughs, and whatnot. And then nowadays it's just that all these people aren't really online anymore. All the friends that I used to have back then, my key mentor, and this kind of sounds like nerdy, but my mentor in Call of Duty, the person who taught me to play the way I do today, I'm not gonna say his real name, but his username was MareBear12, and he taught me how to play Call of Duty. He was the one who used to tell me like, oh, here's how to get better, use these classes, here's some tips, when you want to rush, whatnot, blah blah blah. He was the one who taught me like, camping is for losers, don't camp, you gotta rush, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and he basically made me into the player I am today, and got me, more into the game and more indulged in it. It was just a lot of fun. He used to be really good at the game. He used to have like a 2KD, which back then a 2KD used to be like, I used to be like, oh my god, if you have a 2KD, you were just like the best of the best. Nobody's better than you. You were the king of Call of Duty. You deserve a freaking medal. And nowadays, I'm holding a 2KD myself without even, too much effort. But then again, obviously, so I know some of you guys can be like, let me go check elite stats of yours and Black Ops 2. Your KD is only like a 1.6 right now. You're lying. But to be quite honest, Black Ops 2 isn't really like, it's a fun game, don't get me wrong, it's better than Modern Warfare 3, but it's just something about the lag in this game, something about the way that it plays, that I just don't like it too much. I don't have the drive to hold such a high KD on this game. And never 2KD isn't even that high. I have a friend who had like a 4 or 5 on Modern Warfare 3 and whatnot, but 2KD is still a high KD. I think like the average KD is like, borderline 1, just barely breaking even. So I think a 2KD is definitely a strong player. But anyway, I digress. I'm sorry I go off on rants a lot, but this commentary isn't supposed to be, a focused topic or anything. I'm kind of just, speaking what's on my mind and whatnot, because I'm kind of just like in one of those moods where I just want to talk, and that's what I'm doing. So anyway, Modern Warfare 2 was a great time. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And then Black Ops came out. Black Ops 1, Uno, the original. And that game was a lot of fun. But the friends who I used to play Modern Warfare 2 with kind of grew up at that time. They were starting to enter college and whatnot, and they didn't really have time to play as much. So I made new friends to play with, friends from my own school rather than, all the New York friends that I had. And it was still a lot of fun playing. I got really hooked on zombies. We used to play zombies all the time. I remember specifically staying up to get a trophy in zombies on finals week, and I was like, I don't care, I have one final left tomorrow, it's just a Spanish final, it's nothing big, no big deal, whatever, I'm gonna stay up and play some video games. And I remember me and my friend Kenny were playing, and then my mom eventually was yelling at me like, you have a final tomorrow and you're still playing video games, what the hell is wrong with you, blah blah blah. And she made me go to sleep. And then that whole summer we were playing, the summer before Modern Warfare 3, we were playing zombies like every single night, trying to get all the trophies and whatnot, and it was a fun time in its own way. But then Modern Warfare 3 came along, and Modern Warfare 3, I mean, it was an alright game. It wasn't too amazing. I think it was the game that frustrated me the most. And I started to not lose interest in Call of Duty, but the game started to frustrate me. And there were times where I found myself just like, if I keep playing this, it's not going to be healthy for me. I'm going to get, too frustrated and maybe break a controller or something. Because, like, I used to take the game a little seriously, because when you play as much as I do, and I don't even play like that much, like I'm not one of those, super duper tryhards who has like, 30 days played on the game or anything, but like I do play more frequently than the average person. And when you do take Call of Duty as seriously as I do, and I don't take it too seriously to the point where like, I'm gonna freaking kill myself in real life if I can't maintain a certain KD or anything, but I do take it very seriously is the point I'm trying to make. And I know I'm rambling a lot, guys. I'm not gonna apologize for it anymore, because quite frankly, I'm going to spend the entire video apologizing about me rambling rather than actually talking. But anyway, so Modern Warfare 3 seemed to really frustrate me a lot, and just I wasn't having fun on it anymore. And Call of Duty had grown on me to be such a big part of my life in a kind of way, because like Call of Duty was like the game where I found myself like, loving online gaming from. That's where I started to, get my roots into the whole online gaming and all this, beast thing and, all that, playing with friends and that whole scene. And also, like, the whole YouTube scene was starting to hate Modern Warfare 3 also, and is slowly nowadays even starting to drift from Call of Duty. And I don't blame, the commentators and stuff for that, because I understand that this game does probably get boring after a while, after playing it for so many years. But to me, the whole reason I even started YouTube was because I saw these commentators playing, and I thought it was so cool. And it's like I always wanted to, do it in my own way. And wow, this gameplay's over. I'm gonna have to grab another one. 1 second. Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to get into YouTube originally, and by the way, for those of you guys who don't know, which probably should be all you guys, I think all you guys don't know, but the first YouTube channel I ever started was back in Modern Warfare 2. I used to think that montages were really cool, and I used to think that, like I used to see like throwing knife and sniping montages, and I was like, oh shit, I want to do stuff like that. And I used to also see walkthroughs, like, they were just barely starting to like get made, and the walkthroughs were brand new walkthroughs with commentary, and I wanted to do my own, but like, it never really got popular because I was like, what, 12 years old back then? So like nobody really wants to hear, in all honesty, like a 12-year-old talk about a video game, because you feel like if somebody's 12 years old, it's like, why does his opinion even matter? He's not important. He's a freaking 12-year-old. What the hell does he know? So it kind of didn't work out for me. So I kind of took a big break from it, but I was still connected in the Call of Duty community. And up until now, even I still watch, a bunch of Call of Duty videos, lots of other commentators and whatnot. And oh, by the way, I finally got my start into, jumping into YouTube when I one day I was just sitting and I realized, I'm like, there's so many different hobbies that people have, so many different aspirations people have, and it's like, what is mine? Like, what can I do that I can call my own? Something that I can be proud of and truly say that, like, I'm happy doing this. And that hobby, like, it wasn't, I tried playing baseball, I tried, playing other sports, I tried getting into music and stuff like that, and yeah, I enjoyed those things, but nothing was more enjoyable to me than playing video games. And I'm like, what can I do in the line of video games? And it was like, everything just came back to starting YouTube. So I was just like, you know what? YouTube is gonna be my thing. I'm gonna try to do something on here, make some progress on YouTube, and build up a fan base, and maybe one day be part of that whole community, that Call of Duty community and commentator community that I wanted to be part of back when I first started watching YouTube. And now that all these commentators slowly starting to drift apart, and like the community is so different, and everybody's hating each other, and everybody's trying to rag on each other and expose each other and all that types of shit. It's just like, I don't see that happening anymore. I really don't see, like, with all the thousands of commentators who are starting to, so many people nowadays, so easy to get a capture card that everybody and their mother's like, oh, we'll make Call of Duty videos for the internet. And it's just like, the whole passion that was in it is not in it anymore, I feel like. Well, I mean, obviously it is, but there's still a lot of people nowadays who just like, I mean, I don't think anybody really does it for the money, because doing this for the money isn't exactly easy. And not that I have any personal experience with, but I've seen other people's experience with getting money from YouTube, and it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world, because you have to build, you have to get a certain amount of views to get, like, decent amount of money to live off of it. But whatever, that's a little off point. But like, a lot of people are doing these commentaries and making YouTube videos just because they see other people do it. I'm not doing it because I see other people do it. I'm doing it just because it's a passion of mine. It's something I love to do. I feel like I have a valuable input to this video game, and it's something I just love doing, and I can't say it any other way. It's just that I love commentating. I love playing video games and putting them up on YouTube, and I still hope one day that, maybe I'll get popular enough and be able to be a part of that whole YouTube crowd that I used to watch back then. And I don't want to drop too many names or anything, but like, you guys know who I'm talking about if you guys watch Call of Duty videos. And anyway, back to Call of Duty in itself, I guess, because that's what this commentary is supposed to be about, even though there isn't really a specific point to this commentary. But back to Call of Duty, it's like, everybody's kind of slowly drifting away from playing Call of Duty on their channels and from doing a commentary over Call of Duty gameplay. And I don't exactly like that too much, because when I got into the whole watching the commentary scene, it was always over Call of Duty. And nowadays, when I see people do it over other games, I'm just not as interested in watching it, because the whole fun in it for me was like, it was like a double whammy. I used to watch people talk about random shit, whether it was about gameplay or about their life, and I would watch Call of Duty, and I loved Call of Duty, and I still do love Call of Duty at heart. I'm still a huge Call of Duty nerd. And Muzaffar said in his video that he's gonna be 80 years old and still playing Call of Duty, and I feel the same exact way. I feel like even when I'm older and like these games are outdated, that there's still gonna be a big part of me that just misses Call of Duty and wants to play Call of Duty with my old friends. But I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? It's just like, everybody seems to not like it anymore. Like, the core squad that I really enjoyed playing with doesn't play it anymore, and it's just like, it kind of not depresses me, but it kind of just it's one of those like, oh man, one of those kind of moments, because like, I guess I can't really say it any other way. I guess you guys have kind of hurt it in every way possible, but I miss the whole playing Call of Duty with that certain group of friends. And nowadays it's still fun. And I'm not trying to say that I don't like the people I play with now. I love my friends now that I play with, and we have fun all the time. But that nostalgic feeling that I have from those old school Modern Warfare 2 days, and from the watching the commentaries back then and stuff like that, that's all kind of gone. And anyway, I guess the point I'm trying to get to is that in the future, I do see myself still playing Call of Duty. As long as there's people playing Modern Warfare 2, I will always find days to go back to Modern Warfare 2 and just play for myself, just play for my own personal fun, because that game is still a lot of fun to me. And Call of Duty will die. My prediction is by the next generation of consoles, a new shooter is going to come out that's going to blow everything out of the water. But Call of Duty will always be a part of my life and always be a part of me as myself, and I'll always love it, and I'll always try to stick up for it if I can. And I love Call of Duty. I'm a nerd, Anyway, guys, that's the end of this commentary. Hope you all enjoyed. And it's been like freaking almost 16 minutes that I've been talking, and this gameplay is over also. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. If you like my channel, if you think that, some of you guys send me these really heartfelt messages and saying nice things and saying that, oh, you deserve more subs and stuff like that. And if you really think so, then feel free to share my videos with some of your friends and try to get my name out there. Maybe just post it up on Twitter and be like, hey, this guy's cool, watch his shit. Not that anybody's gonna want to hear me ramble about stupid crap all the time, because I'm a noob. Anyway, love you all. I gotta go. Peace.